Good morning, everybody. So today we got a new video, and what we're going to be doing is finding out if DIY, restore, and protect can restore the trim on my 2012 Outback. Now, if you know Subarus or have experience with them, you know that a lot of the times their trim, especially on the older vehicles, does not hold up very well, and it will fail fairly quickly. So what I've done is I've already washed and deconned the vehicle. I hit the trim with some DIY all clean 15-to-1 as part of the pre-wash to give a good initial hit and clean. And what I'm going to do now, because I went through and I did a clay mitt on the plastics as well, is I'm going to polish all the plastics with RUPES. What is it? They're polished, the gold one. And that's going to do a further deep clean of the paint, or the trim, my bad. And then we'll panel prep. And then after that, we're going to get into the coating. But first, let me take you all around and show you the current state of the trim. That way we can get a really good before and after of the trim and see if this product can do it and keep it restored really nice. The last product I tried on this was a AM Details trim sealant, and that did not last long at all. So let's see how this goes, and let's get into that overview before I go into all the work. All right, here we go. Quick overview. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time with this, and then we're going to get into the nitty gritty and the fun. So you can see it is all faded all the way around here. We got the trim up here, which is faded. I'm going to get in there as well. I'm not going to be able to get the polisher in there, but oh well. There we go. Get the plastic here. Here is the windshield cowl. It's faded. It's all faded. Here we go. That's all faded. This is actually brand new down here and right here, but I'm still gonna polish it real quick. That was replaced in an accident a couple years ago. So let me get into polishing, and what we'll do is we're gonna get a good look at what kind of difference we can get by polishing the trim. And I'm gonna use the Lake Country orange pad with the RUPES polish. And for this one, I'm just gonna use my 8mm or 9mm Adams polisher. So let's get this party on the road. All right. So we are back. Had to take a little break, had to get some stuff done. So what we're doing now is I'm using an older pad to polish the trim to do a deep cleaning. And you know, we got RUPES DA Fine. So we're gonna do 4 drops. And I'm gonna spread it out with my fingers so it doesn't, hopefully it doesn't fling. So what using the polisher on the trim is going to do is do a deep clean on the plastic. So let's see what kind of difference we get. So I got it, speed 3, let's go. Kind of like spread it out, I guess. Here. here. And actually, let me go grab my bucket with my rinseless and a dry towel. So let me pause. All right, so we're back. Rinseless dampened towel. Now it feels like it just made the plastic super grippy, but that's probably because I'm removing the polishing oils. Let's see. Then we dry, and honestly, it does look a little better already. There we go. Now let's slide down to the next piece. Take you along with me. All right. Now, as you can see here, this trim is more of an oxidized look, and this trim has a darker look to it now. So that's definitely a good sign. Let's get this next section done. All right. And then we wipe, and still grippy. Got all this oxidization removed, so that'll be good. Help deep clean the trim. Man, this is super grabby. All right, so what I'm gonna do is off camera, I'm gonna finish up the trim polishing, and then we'll be back for the prep stage. So let me get you a little bit better look. It's a little bit more cleaned up. Some of that oxidization has been removed, and it looks a lot better. So let me continue on, and then we'll be back with the after product. So catch you on the next step. All right, so we are finished with the polishing step. I went through, did the whole thing, and now what we're going to do is we're just going to wipe everything, all the trim down with all clean at 15 to 1. And what this will do is further strip down any polishing compounds and oils that might be left on the surface. Like just one last good, deeper clean. There we go. Move down here. Wipe down this section. There we go. Now let me readjust you guys, and I'm gonna hit the inner, these inner pieces here as well. Go in, deep clean this, get this as well. Then I'll switch over to a dry side. Get the mirror area up here. This humidity here in San Antonio will be slapping. Freaking sweating and not even working that hard. Redose it. And I am spraying away from the vehicle just to make sure. So we'll go in here. Now, some of these areas I won't be able to reach, but like way up in here, that'll be a little on the difficult side. There we go. All right, so we got that section. Let me finish up the rest. And then after that, we'll panel prep. I'm not going to record that section. I'm just going to do it. And then the next part will be the actual coating of the trim. So let me get that all finished up. We'll coat and then show the after effects and see how well I did. So catch you on the next portion. All right, so we are back to the fun part. It has been wiped down with the DIY All Clean 15-to-1. I've gone through and panel prepped all of the panels and the plastic trim pieces that are going to be coated. Now I'm shaking up the bottle real good, and we are going to get into it. So what I'm thinking I'm going to do is break it up into sections. You know, maybe coat this whole piece here, let it sit for 2 minutes, level it, and then go down here and start working on this lower portion. So open your coating away from you, and we just got a little piece of cloth that I've cut up from an old microfiber towel that is going to be my coating applicator. Now with Restore and Protect, little fewer drops you use and the fewer product you use is more. So we're going to start off with 1, 2, 3, 4 drops to prime the pad. So let's start over here. And we're just going to work it in. And then just let it sit. Start timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, counting down.
We're just going to wedge it up and then just get it as good as possible into these nooks and crannies. And what we're going to do is we're going to keep going until there is no more or is very little coating on our little towel. So we're going to keep rolling. Get it up here. I'm going to add another drop. Actually, make that 2. And then let's maybe box off this area and do kind of like a crosshatch type pattern just to spread the product as evenly as possible. Now, this is a 2012 Outback. The trim is already in rough shape, so I'm not expecting perfection. Let another drop. Because I would imagine with how dry it is and the trim and how beat up, that it's going to absorb a lot of the coating. All right, so we got our first timer off. I'm going to set that down. We're going to grab our leveling towel and we're going to go over the trim that is coated. Over here. Well, it is a little bit darker. I'm going to reapply this whole section here just to make sure. So what I'm noticing is the trim is getting slicker. I might try to recoat some of these sections. You know, maybe it needs 2 layers instead of 1. So let's start from the end of the K and work our way over. Start timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes. Counting down.
Seems like this little applicator towel. Now what you want to do with this little piece I got on the trim for the silver part, just wipe it off right away. I'm going to try to re-hit this section just to get a second coat. Now we'll go over here. I'll do a little circular motion because why not? Yeah, it seems to be, it's either absorbing it really fast or this little microfiber is drying up real quick. So get up here, get down here, and just work on spreading it out. All right, we got 13 seconds. Now, once I'm done with this section, we will reconvene when I am completely done coding, and let's see what kind of difference we can see. So level. Not sure that's good or bad with it getting all staticky and sticking to the thing, but let's get a little bit closer up before I continue. Kind of hit or miss, but also this trim is pretty jacked at the same time. So let's see. There we go. And I might do 2 layers. I'll talk to Nick or Ivan and see what they say about that. But let me finish up all the trim. We'll be back with a overview of what it looks like. So we'll be right back. All right, everybody. I am finished with trim restore. Not perfect. I'm not sure if I can do a second coat or not, but it does look a lot better. It's a lot darker, and it is significantly improved. The windshield cowl here I had trouble with because it seems like it was struggling to bond. But here we have the mirror area. It's a lot darker. Here's the front bumper, which was pretty faded and in rough shape. Not the best lighting, but overall, I'm pretty satisfied. I think the next thing will be, how does it look as it cures? You know, and I'm sure that people in the comments who have more experience with this product can give me some more tips and tricks, because I went through the full gamut. You know, I hit it with all clean 15-to-1, part of the pre-wash. I polished, used a rinseless dampened towel to prep the surface, and after that I went around and did all clean, and then the panel prep stage. So, and after that, obviously, I coated all the trim. So if you have any tips to have it look a little better, it looks better in person than what the camera's picking up. So, but overall, I'm very satisfied with it. If you like this kind of content, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video to someone who might find it useful. You know, maybe a fellow Subaru owner who has issues with trim fading. So that's going to be a wrap. And also, I will leave links to the products below. I do have a affiliate link with DIY Detail and Car Supplies Warehouse. You can get these products at both websites. If you go to DIY Detail, you can use discount code MATT10 at checkout to save you 10% off of your order. So that's going to be a wraps. Have a great day, everybody, and I will catch you on the next video.